I've tested 7 USB mics available right now. I've got the most popular USB mics, budget picks, high-end mics. Some are better for singers, and others are better for spoken word or podcasting and streaming. Watch through the whole video to find out which one is best for you. I never like to keep you waiting on the best part of the video, so let's get started right now. Here's a blind test of a song I recorded with all the mics in this comparison. Make a note of your favorite, and I'll reveal which is which after. Later in this video, I'll share samples of spoken word recordings as well. Walk in your rainbow paradise. 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 Before I reveal which mic is which, if you're new around here, I'm Sanjay C. I have tons of videos about audio production and budget gear on my channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I bring you the latest gear reviews and comparisons so you can record at home even on a budget. All right, I'm gonna reveal which is which, but remember some of these sound very close in quality, so you're gonna wanna learn more about the other features, build quality, and the software they include. If you use the links in the video description below to buy any one of these USB mics, it does help out my channel and you still get the best deals. Walk in your rainbow paradise. Strawberry lipstick, state of mind. State of mind. I get so lost inside your eyes. Did you believe it? You don't have to say you love me. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say you're mine. Honey, for you, just let me adore you. Honey, I walk through fire for you, just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. It's the only thing I'll ever do. Here's more about each mic, and I'll tell you what I think of each and who I think they're good for. I want to start with one of the most popular mics available, especially for podcasters, because it really surprised me on my vocals, the Blue Yeti. It was pleasant for everything I did. The sound was personal, like a fireside chat. It was very even across all frequencies. I couldn't find anything to complain about, but at the same time, it didn't excite me in any way. A couple mics in this comparison grabbed me the first time I listened, not this one. The Yeti has a frequency response from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, which is the same as most of the mics here. It also has multiple polar patterns. Although most of us will probably just use cardioid for a single vocalist, the omnidirectional and bidirectional patterns may be useful if you want to record the whole room, or in stereo. A couple other mics here also offer these other patterns. The Blue Yeti doesn't really include a competitive software bundle, just the companion app for desktop control. Hey, I want to know why you're considering a USB mic over a traditional XLR mic. Is it convenience, portability, price? Let me know in the comments below. Next up, the Shure MV7 is the mic I anticipated most because it's inspired by the Shure SM7B, which is an industry standard and just sounds so good for so many people. The Shure MV7 is brand new. It's a dynamic mic, unlike the other mics in this comparison. This is the only mic that also offers both USB and XLR connections. It also offers some cool touch controls for headphone volume, gain, and mute. The companion software also features the auto level mode that adjusts the mic's gain depending on your preferred distance. The sound of this mic is just outstanding. The MV7 covers lows, highs, clarity, smoothness like a true champion. Loud vocals are pleasant and smooth. This is the mic to beat. Now at $249, it isn't the cheapest, or the most expensive here, but it's well worth the money. Other mics in this roundup offer more features for streamers, but if you have your own streaming software, you don't need it. I should note that this is the only mic in this roundup that doesn't come with a stand. You'll need a mic arm or a mic stand, or pay the extra money to Shure to get one of their desktop stands. They should have included one in my opinion. Okay, so the Shure has an extra XLR connection, so what if that's all you need? If you've got an audio interface already, an XLR mic is actually going to be more convenient. If you want to check out my top XLR mic options, check my video comparison here. All right, let's move on to a budget pick from this comparison. The Mackie EM-USB is a $99 USB mic with all the features you need. Although this is one of the budget picks, it really stood out in blind tests. The Mackie needed a little EQ help, but I loved my vocals with this mic. It wasn't as smooth as others at loud volumes, but I enjoyed it both for spoken word and singing. Among the $100 mics in this roundup, I prefer my voice recorded with the Mackie. The Mackie also has all the core controls right on the mic, including headphone volume, gain control, and a mute button. The Rode NT-USB Mini, although the same price, only offers the headphone volume. The Mackie EM-USB includes some recording software and plugins to get you started, but nothing really geared to streaming. If you want a real streaming beast, let's look at the Presonus Revelator next. If you're recording songs at home, you should be releasing them yourself. Yes, even as an independent artist. DistroKid, the sponsor of today's video, makes that really easy. You can upload your music from your computer at home so people can listen on Spotify, Apple Music, and pretty much everywhere else. DistroKid distributes your music to all the popular platforms all at once, and they'll collect earnings from all the platforms so you get paid for downloads and plays. There are lots of features on DistroKid to help you market your music as well, or just make your music interesting to listeners. You can even add lyrics so that when your song plays on an Instagram story, people see your lyrics. I know you've seen this before. It also works on Apple Music. One of my favorite marketing features of DistroKid is hyperfollow. Once you upload your music, your unique hyperfollow page allows you to promote your music anywhere you want to share that link. And it's an easy way to get people to follow you to keep up with your future releases. I've actually created 2 dedicated videos on DistroKid to give you all the details about how it works, how you upload and how you get paid, and the features that you don't want to miss. Make sure you watch that video here. The Presonus Revelator is one of the newest mics really focused on streaming, and I think that's where it really shines. Like the Blue Yeti, it also offers 3 mic patterns. The sound was okay, not my favorite in this comparison for singing, but for spoken word it was fine. And that's where this thing is going to win you over. This is a streamer's dream. When you pair this with the included software, you get a lot of control, including loopback, which will allow you to combine multiple sound sources on your computer. Maybe you want to play music while you're speaking or play your video games while you speak. This will let you do it. The software also lets you apply effects to your voice like compression, EQ, delay, and reverb right in the software. And you can create presets and then select those presets using a button on the mic. That's kind of cool. The software is simple but powerful with mixer controls that just make sense. Presonus also adds a bunch of music production software, really top quality stuff included with this mic. This was not my favorite when I recorded my song, but for streaming purposes, I wouldn't look any further than this mic. This just simplifies the whole process. All right, next I want to take a look at another budget mic in this roundup, the Rode NT-USB. The clear benefit of this mic is the size. This is the smallest form factor of all the mics in this roundup, but it doesn't skimp on quality. The sound quality was really good, warm, very even across the frequencies, and smooth when I sang. But it doesn't really stand out among the others in this roundup. And when it comes to features, the Rode NT-USB Mini is kind of lacking compared to the other budget mics here. There's no hardware gain control, which is essential in my opinion, and no companion software. If you just need a no-nonsense tiny USB mic, this may be a good option for you. So what happens when you move up to the high-end mics? I'll talk about the Earthworks ICON in a second, but first let's take a look at the Behringer Bigfoot. Yes, Behringer Bigfoot, Blue Yeti, Bigfoot, Yeti, something similar here. The Behringer is pretty much a clone of the Blue Yeti for $30 less. Actually, it just dropped in price again, so now it's $50 less. So it's a $79 USB mic. Does it sound any good? Well, it's decent. Certainly not as natural sounding as the Blue mic or the others in this comparison. The Bigfoot also accentuated some mids and highs in my voice, which was fine for my song mix, but it didn't really give a true sound for my voice. As far as features, the mic includes the gain, headphone volume, mute button. It's all there. If your budget is really low and you still want all the features, this is a decent mic. All right, last I've got a high-end USB mic, actually the most expensive USB mic I found on Sweetwater. It's $349. This is the Earthworks ICON, and it's beautiful. I can't tell you how well built and gorgeous this mic is in person. It's all metal and it kind of reminds me of an airplane or something. Okay, but how does it sound? It sounds excellent. It sounds professional. I like it almost as much as the Earthworks SR314, which is a $700 mic. The SR314 also hid some resonating lows in my voice, which I really liked. The ICON seems to kind of do the same. So if you have a singing voice like mine, I think you'll really like this. The ICON has a good deal of high-end sparkle compared to the other mics here. Not very even across all frequencies, but it's very pleasant for modern vocals. Spoken word was great, but honestly the Shure MV7 had a more natural quality to it. Also, when I raised the gain of my recordings really high, I heard a slight buzzing sound, but that was only at extreme volumes during silence. Otherwise, it sounded excellent. When choosing any of these mics, trust your ears with the samples I've included in this video. You don't need to agree with my assessment. Choose what sounds good to you. If you have any questions about any of these mics, leave them in the comments below. Thanks to Zounds for sending me a couple of these mics to test out. Zounds has great prices and some exclusive deals every now and then, so check them out if you plan to buy studio stuff in the future. Hey, if you found this video useful, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you again in my Saturday news reports for some free plugins, the latest news, and the best music gear deals. See you later.
She stood, her toes dug into the sand, arms wide open, sunshine wrapped her all around. She stared into the skies of floating dreams, of paper planes gliding above the clouds. She stood, her toes dug into the sand, arms wide open, sunshine wrapped her all around.
Aside from being heard on classic records from Michael Jackson, John Mayer, and countless others, the Shure SM7B has enjoyed a run as the hottest podcast microphone on the planet. Aside from being heard on classic records from Michael Jackson, John Mayer, and countless others, the Shure SM7B has enjoyed a run as the hottest podcast microphone on the planet. Aside from being heard on classic records from Michael Jackson, John Mayer, and countless others, the Shure SM7B has enjoyed a run as the hottest podcast microphone on the planet.